Glenn, Edward, give it a miss. They don't want your opinion, just want someone to tie knots. The thing about it is, not that I can say that I have the ability to speak to anybody or for anybody. I can only speak for myself, but you can't depend on the politicians honestly saying what we feel.
Well, all the politicians have come out and condemned the rioters.
Yeah, condemned the rioters. But not at one stage have they turned around and said, we can understand.
No, none of them have. And YouTube is now back and running.
YouTube. Muriel, YouTube is back and running, apparently. Hi, GMAC, Taylor Sinclair. Jennifer says, don't do what every single misconstrued. Ken says, don't go there. Two-tier police and Alistair and Annette. Tick them out, claim no blame. No claim, no blame. I don't know what that means. Well, give it a miss, says Eddie Torney. They don't want your opinion, just someone to tie in knots. Edward agrees with my mum. I don't know. Thanks, but no thanks, Valerie. That interested in a valid response. The thing about it is, I tell them exactly what I think. Don't do it. They had no comment in the IRA parade yesterday. That's why I want to know. Does anybody know if there was? We know there was definitely ones in Londonderry.
I know there was pictures of Michelle O'Neill floating about, but they're old pictures.
And they're old pictures, the ones that are there's
all the pictures.
Just getting the starting soon page. Oh no, that's the no.
Who's only getting who's getting the starting soon page?
My mum.
She's on the
fresh. You might need to go out.
She's on the old link.
Yeah, you might need to go out and go back in again. Glenn says it's Stephen says that we twist it as per usual. One in Londonderry today, says Bracey Kyle. Understand the riots, but not in our own areas. But I don't agree with you going on BBC. They'll make my life hell. I know it's all right condemning what they're doing on the ground. They hint about discontent and then run when stuff happens. If they'd some balls about challenging Sinn Féin, we wouldn't be here. I know, exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing. It shows how parades keep young people away from rioting. If they're parades, it wouldn't be on their mind. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with your mum, says John Rogers. We better regimental, says Wilham. You just missed the regimental, Will. You just missed them. They were there in the 2002 videos. Right, we're back up to 281 videos. Eddie says, say if you're going to riot, then it's never be enough for the chief constable to resign, border post to be removed, and whatever else. If not, no sense rioting. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Eddie. Yeah, I don't believe in rioting in our own areas. I just don't believe in it. There was a parades commission passed for 1 to Milltown for 40 bands, 15 participating, 2,000 spectators. I saw that, but I don't know if it went ahead. If anyone's involved and getting involved with the riots, please leave your phone at home. Police are over everything on social media. Absolutely. DUP could stop riots in 5 minutes walk away from Stormont. But the thing about it is, you walk away from Stormont. And me and my mum have had this. It was my mum brought that, and we've had this discussion before. You walk away from Stormont, you have no say whatsoever, and you're given control over to the government, the put in the NI protocol. And I said, you've got no voice if you do away with Stormont. But then, as my mum said, the voice isn't doing any good anyway. So it's hard to know. Did you see the tweet by Jerry Kelly? I saw that. John Daniel Valerie just tell the truth and come for a while. No one is listening. Shots fired in Republic show of strength in Bonmore. Was there, Gormy? Is that an old video? I know there's definitely been a photograph of Michelle floating about, but that's also an old picture.
The picture of Michelle's old. The video of shots fired in Bonmore is also an old video. The only videos, there's 2 videos floating about of the parade in Londonderry. There's one that the commentator says, would you look at the effing state of them? They can't even march. And the pictures then as well of them, but they looked socially distanced, but you can't see the numbers, how many there was there. But also the fact that they had it in the first place. But not one police person about.
Yeah, and as Margaret says, it can stand in the middle of the road and no cops in sight. Tell them if they would have reprimanded all Sinn Féin politicians that attended the Story funeral and the top officer in PNI, there were no riots. A lot of stuff posted today is old footage. Yeah, and I do not want to go on. If I do it, I don't want to go on talking about old footage because that just makes a complete arse out of you. Mandy says he's not wrong. The marching is terrible. They're terrible. They're Ryan. Their parading is horrendous. Eric says, never mind not rioting and you're on there. I not rioting anywhere. It's crazy. It doesn't help. I agree, Eric, but I understand the frustration. Valerie, the only way is for our unionists to walk out of Stormont and only go back to when two communities are policed the same way. I know you said we have no say, but we don't have a say anyway. That's exactly what my mum said. Have you gone off YouTube 4 or 5 times? It's just still starting page. Mum, other people are on it in YouTube, so I don't know, can't help. Plenty of Sinn Féin politicians, IRA of graves yesterday. I saw Joe Austin, is it you call him? I saw a video by him and them laying wreaths and all that sort of stuff. But listen, let's not worry about it too much. I'm just
watching on YouTube at the minute. So
26 watching on YouTube at the moment. I don't know. I don't know whether to do it or not. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Because I know that if I go on and say what I think, I am going to get dog's abuse and I'm going to get trailed by the interviewer. Rodney Quigley, I was actually thinking of going somewhere yesterday, but I thought I might be recognised more now. I used to attend quite a few Republican parades, but not just so much now. Right, let's get on with our bands and show them how to properly march and play proper music. We're going to come forward a little bit in time from 2002. We are going to come to 2009. So these clips are all from Larne. You may need to adjust the sound on your video because the audio is really, really loud. So there's nothing we can kind of adjust with it. So just be very wary of it. You may need to adjust it a little bit. Choose your battles, Valerie. Don't do something you're not comfortable with. To be honest, I don't know. Stephen says I have the luxury. You're right. You're definitely right. No doubt about it. Between COVID diet, in other words, like 2 stone extra, 4 inches of roots and spots from the bad diet, I definitely do not have a face for TV, that's for sure. You've been keeping us all entertained through all the lockdown. Tell me, as the Vikings say, fight when the odds are in your favour. You see, I absolutely won't be going on and condemning the rioters because I don't believe I wouldn't go out and riot, and I don't think we should be rioting because it just gives all the power to them. But I also can understand the frustration. So I don't know. I haven't decided yet. And you haven't helped me make up my mind either way. So this is Larne. This is a clip on. The last clip actually was on by a video tube, Cyberprod, John McCormick. Grey hair, says Stephen Feely. There may be a few of those floating about in there, but I'm just saying that those are the blonde streaks. That's what those are. What was the saying there? I can't remember now. Can't remember. Yeah, I don't know. You haven't helped me make up my mind, I have to say, because these are mixed opinions. Now, the last video was on the... I'm just laughing at some of these comments. They should be condemned. Their aim is terrible, not like in my day. You poster. Valerie says no. Oh my goodness. You lot are crazy. Absolutely crazy. You're worse than me. Yes, the last clip was on a YouTube channel called Cyberprod. Cyberprod has got loads of clips, etc. You see, you're coming in with these comments. I'm trying to get off it. We and Tully Ali are getting the blame for starting all the riots. You bad boys and girls up there, Selena. Absolutely. Looking for someone to blame or connect to riots. The BBC especially want names, so don't give them an opportunity to try to blame fans for them. I know, you see, there's that. There is definitely that, Clive. And do you know what's really annoying me is you hear all about the loyalists rioting wherever they may be rioting, but there's no mention of the attacks from the Falls into the Shankill, and the fact that they were um, responding to those, you know. I haven't enough facts about all the stuff. I prefer going unprepared. But anyway, take the day off, says China. You're right. You're right. Heard something. Someone with cool was playing an accordion and trying to get them off the street. Glenn Miller, you're definitely go back in the black book. Absolutely. Right. The next one I was telling you about Cyberprod's YouTube channel. Please support all the YouTubers that have kindly allowed us to use all their clips because without them, we wouldn't be able to do this. But Cyberprod has loads of old videos, especially things like Belfast 12th and all that kind of stuff. They're really, really good to watch, and we have covered some of them on this here. The next set of clip is from a YouTube channel called Our Bow Tiger. So there's just a range of clips here, that they're roughly about 8-9 minutes in length. So hopefully enjoy those. And this is the first of them. And again, we can do a visual quiz of spot and name the band. I was actually at this parade, which is really scary. That is how many years ago? 2010. No mention of the shootings all over the Bogside last year. Right, attacks and police. That's because it doesn't sit in the narrative. Yes. Yes. What did Valerie ever do? When did Valerie ever do where Matt told her? I know. Right, I need to play this clip. That's what we're all here for, is the bands, not to listen to me. Let's see. This is the first part of it, and then after about 9 minutes, we'll be back again, and I'll read all your comments. Do what we did in the last video. Tell me who the bands are. I was at this. It's hard to remember that it was, this is 21, so 12 years ago. 12 years ago. Wow. That is scary. I can remember I stood outside the Rangers Club watching this. Right, so this is Easter Monday, 2009. so busy responding to texts about whether I should or shouldn't do even an extra or not. Oh my goodness. Right, thank you. Someone has, Roy has forwarded me over the pictures of Melon on Saturday on the White Line protest and the Easter Sunday parade in the cemetery in Derry, and they're definitely Londonderry. There definitely looks to be an awful lot there. So there does. There looks to be a lot there. 2009 would have said 5 or 6 years ago, says Mark Gibson. You're right. I can't believe it's 12 years ago. That is scary. That is scary. Let's see. How many miles did they have to walk at this parade? It was a lot. I think it was quite a long parade there. So yeah, Pride of Raven. Find a way accordion band clip. Who will get the hat trick first? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Sure, they stamp about all the day again. Wouldn't call them march. I know they don't march. I call them the left foot stomp. I actually think I have a YouTube channel called Left Foot Stomp somewhere. Right. So we're on to let's see, part 2. So we saw quite a few of those. It wasn't actually. It would have been very, very cold, Gillian, down at the water's edge, but where I was outside the Rangers bar wasn't too bad. And I was driving, and I just point that out before anybody accuses me of having my own central heating. Let's see. Now we are ready to go into the second clip. So this is the second one. I think next day was in Larne as well, says Eddie. That would have been the juniors. Neil Glass says we must be tad behind down here in Hillsborough. Peter naming bands before they're on video, or if you're psychic, was a lot of numbers, different speeds. Neil, because if I have my mobile phone on, it's at a different speed from watching it on the computer, and what I hear from Roy is a different speed again, so it's quite confusing. Plus your signal strength will help as well. So we're moving on now to part 2. This is again Larne in 2009. band's back. I'm not busy watching to see who is that. Who was that last band? Owl Boys and Dark Blue, Crumlin Young Loyalists, because I saw Biggie on it, and I thought to myself, that's not Clockfern. That's who that was, Crumlin Young Loyalists. Oh my goodness. Roy and Glenn are picking accordion bands. They are going to be, they're already in the black book. I'm just going to set Jennifer on you because Jennifer is my worshipful mistress. I am escalating to my worshipful mistress, and you guys are for it now. That's it. Just be afraid. Be very afraid.
As I've seen on TikTok a few times, bring the action.
Are you the drink today? Is that what you're on?
No, I'm actually. Well, I think now that I've sort of gone through,
You're in a chocolate high.
10 white Twix, 2 white chocolate bunnies, Kit Kat Easter bunnies, and some other Lindor chocolate. I'm on a chocolate high.
The only way that I can hear the bands is by Roy having the sound on with him and then putting it through the speakers so that I can hear it. Because if I had the sound on here, then you would hear it through my mic. And you're 15 seconds behind us, so it would be like really, really confusing, really bad echo. And all I hear through the shows is fizzle, 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 rap. And then he hold up a bag of Maltesers or a bag of something else just to taunt me. That's what it is, just to taunt me. I don't want to see all your chocolate. Joshua, not only does Roy watch TikTok, but does his own TikTok videos. You know, all those ones with the dance moves in them, you know. So, you know, when you see Roy doing all this here, oh dear, dear, dear. Harry MacArthur says Glenn and Roy know nothing about music if they don't like accordion bands. You are right, Harry. Totally, totally right.
Hang on. Pause, rewind. So, because people who wanted to play pianos decided to stick a wee bellow in between and go out and do this with it, means it's people who know nothing.
Oh, wow.
And considering flutes were about before accordions.
How do you know?
Because if you go to any museum, you will see fifes and flutes from you don't see many accordions. You don't see any pictures of people playing accordions in ancient Egypt or Roman times and things like that. They see people playing flutes and fifes. Just
because you haven't seen the photographs doesn't mean they don't exist.
Why would they? If they did, mankind wouldn't be where they are now. They'd have been bored to tears and depressed.
And it was the accordion that fueled man's ingenuity and creativity to make the world what it is now. My mum says nice basket.
No.
Has the Mighty Miller done the hat trick yet? I'd say that in the next Easter Monday that they will. So basically any band who does all the Easter Monday parades will achieve hat tricks today, I would imagine. Neck and neck with the Ravens, says Glenn Miller. I reckon you're on for more than a hat trick. No, we're only covering the 3 years. We're only covering the 3 years. One of the oldest instruments in the world is the flute, and it hasn't improved yet.
Why improving perfection? With the accordion, it just keeps changes and keeps getting more electronic.
Thank you all for letting me know. Please no more flashing chocolate. I'm a diabetic, says Robert, and you're making me want some. Glenn says UN Human Rights Act was set up to handle the accordion problem. Why did many accordions from Northern Ireland switch from flute?
And then promptly go off the road.
There has been a lot of accordion bands that's gone off the road. That's just really, really sad. Jim Gibson is watching, as is Adrian McAvenna. Melody Craig says happy Easter to us all. Right, let's get on to the next clip. I think we're on clip 3 now of 4, 5, 6, 7 for 2009. It must have been a big parade. I have noticed, actually, looking through older clips, that the parade has grown in size over the years, which is great to see. So let's have a look at part 3. What do you mean nobody likes some Eddie? Away home with you. That's the accordion size. We are we're going through all of 2009, so stay tuned. Keep helping to identify the bands, because there's some of them I'm trying to figure out who they are. Sorry, Glenn. Oldest instrument is the drum. You're right, Edward. You're right. Now, let us move on back to 2009. The dogs have strayed well out of the road today. There's one of them sleeping there, and the other one is on the sofa behind me. Hopefully, no stench today. Right, 2009. Enjoy our trip back in time. Let me know who the bands are that you see.
Sorry?
did you stop coming back without giving me warning?
You know how long the clip is as well as I do, so therefore.
I know, but I'm not watching the time. I'm busy replying to a load of messages and texts
I'm too busy.
and rubbish.
Too busy doing other things. Too busy trying to eat chocolate.
Oh my goodness, loads of great bands in there. Ballykeel, White Rock. We also had Sunburn Tullet, which was good to see.
Pride of the Main. That was before my time, which shows that I'm young. You had retired from bands by the time that clip was played, whereas I hadn't even joined Pride of the Main at that stage.
You're just a late bloomer. So that's oh my goodness. Grace says she can see the tricklers and a few cars from my upstairs. Doesn't look to be many about, but it's early yet. Where? So you were in the fountain, Grace. So you're looking over the bog side then. Why do they gather on Easter Monday as well? How many days do they want, for goodness sake?
Well, normally it's a parade in Resharka on Easter Monday as well. Because Pride of the Main would have prayed it in the morning, and then.
But it's only Sons of Ireland.
True.
Normally, as far as I remember. South Belfast John Conker's in there as well. Multitask Antival. Snowy Cookstown, says Caroline. Oh, Caroline, my goodness. Billy King is watching. Billy, I hope you didn't think that you had jumped into a wee time machine, but we're watching old clips today. We're in 2009 in Larne. It wasn't actually a bad day. I think it would have been cold down there at the seafront because, well, Larne's never that warm a place anyway. Like, let's face it. But
at the start of that clip, it was blizzards here in Ballymena. It's now got blue skies and sunshine.
Well, we haven't had blizzards, but they're maybe working their way towards us or something. I don't know. I'm up beside the Rangers Club. It was fine. I think I had a wee denim jacket on from memory. I have to look. I'll have to look. Photographs. Yes. Can anybody tell me what year the first Easter Monday parade took place? I don't know. Is Billy Moore watching? Ronnie Heinman is on there. Ronnie, there's a question for you. What year did the first Easter Monday parade take place? Don't know. Glenn must be on the drink of the day because he's coming up with some good tunes. He said we should have called the show Back to the Fluture. That's a good one. I have to give you that. Sun's shining in Pollock, says Adrian Venna. Well, it definitely was shining in Larne in 2019 because we can see the proof. Another 9-minute clip here, and then we'll be back again for a wee short. There's for some reason a wee short clip in it. Grace says they cancelled the big parade, only doing a wreath slaying ceremony. Yes, you're right, from the fountain. No, remembered you said that one night before. We do read all these comments. We absolutely do. So let's another wee clip back to 2009, and just reading Alistair's comment there. Valerie, I've said it before, they only celebrate defeats. 1688 to 89, 1690, 1916, 1920 to 22, and most recently Loch Gall 1987, among others. Oh, and Robert has a fridge full, or Glenn has a fridge full of fat frog. Now that's a tongue twister. But let's go back to 2009. I muted myself. I mustn't have been on mute then. Oh, weird. Let's see. Run out of white paint on one of the drums there. Proud of Orange and New Buildings, Castle Derg, Carnlough, Proud of the Hill, Carn Money. Lots of great bands there. Steeple Defenders. I didn't recognise Steeple Defenders at all, actually, with the jackets. LYD with a very young Naomi out front there as well. Who else had we got there? Tad says that he doesn't get his new specs till Friday, so he can't read the bass drum. I have mine on. I still can't read half of them. Lower Ards is there. Rising Suns, East Belfast. Lots of good ones coming through there, and lots of comments as well. Now, the next one, for some reason, is a very, very short one, but it is the next one in the sequence. It's only 2 minutes, this one. So, probably only a few bands, but we'll get a wee look at it again. Still on 2009, and then we'll move forward to closer to home, but we're still not coming that far. We're still back in the past. This is Larne 2009. Green cars there. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Was that the year the Scottish Amalgamation had it in Larne? Says Adrian. I'm not sure, Adrian, to be quite honest.
And you see, I'm not the only one that eats in between clips.
Packet of munchies. Now, next clip up, I think is the last. No, there's one more from 2009. So we've this one and then just another short one. Again, staying in 2009. Tad, I don't think it's Lisa who's providing the band info. I'm fairly certain it's Chris. Chris, is it you or is it Lisa? Tell us now. Come on, tell the truth.
And he's moved camera positions for these next clips, for look things.
Oh, have they? Right, okay. Maybe this is the return parade or something, I don't know. But that's still 2009 in Larne anyway. Have a look through these ones. back. Right, before we go on to your next clip, a friend of mine sent a poem to me. I'll post it on the forum later, but I thought it was a really, really good one. It's called The Fairy Tale of New York, okay? Bear with me just while I read it. It was Easter Day in NYC. I was trying to explain to a very plastic Paddy why I did not feel the same. The history of Ulstermen just did not seem to land, and my hatred for the IRA he could not understand. So I had to think American and paint in different hue what they did to us in Ulster with the 9/11 view. Blow up Twin Towers again, and justify the fall, glorify the men in prison, release, elect them all, flag hatred for the Stars and Stripes, protest the 4th of July, destroy the victim's memory, and lie and lie and lie. And then I asked if you, my friend, would take a little dram to celebrate Bin Laden at the end of Ramadan. I think that's class. That's so good. So good. Oh my goodness. So lots of good clips on the show, or that last clip there. Some really good ones. Jensen is happy because Dinger Bell was on. Kilkeel bands. We've covered the Kilkeel bands there today. We've got MYD. Old Boys in Larne. Kenny McFarlane was watching, and we got one accordion, Ballykilbeg accordion. Downshire were in that last clip as well, and Apprentice Boys Parade and Proud of Maine. Yeah, so Apprentice Boys Parade is only one way. That's why the Drumhead service is first, and then the parade goes through the route, and the clubs go on to other venues to make a day of it. Yeah, that would be right, actually. Because I was trying to think of Coleraine, they came by the house twice, but it was just the going and the return. It's just one route. Okay, last clip of 2009 coming up. It is only a few minutes long. Again, a wee short one. Don't know why. Probably just a different area of Larne or something. We'll find out shortly if the band's got out of Larne or if they're still parading round and round. Back to 2009. That's us back there. Couple of bands in there that was that Pride of the Hill I saw? Pride of the Hill. Adrian had said, I'll explain that, Adrian. Adrian had said it's a short clip because some local stole the camera. And I said, what are you trying to say about Larne folks, Adrian? And he said, Nathan. So there's an old Ulster Scottish joke that says a man met a new father for the first time and says, what did you call the way? And he says, I called Nathan. You know, as in Nathan. And the boy turned around and went, you hate to call the way in something. Sorry. Every time I hear the name Nathan, that's what I think of. Sorry. It's just been one of those days. Glenn is away to all you can eat buffet. And I had said that the uniform probably won't fit now. But I think he's like all of us. We could really do, you know, the way they talk about pre-season training for the football? We could really do with a pre-parade season training to get us all back into the uniforms again. Flit camp he calls it. This one time at band camp. No, we'll not even go into that one. Right, now next up we are going to move year. We're going to come along a few years in the calendar. We're going to come to 2012, and even in those 3 years you can see a big difference in the quality of the camera. This one is taken by our very own Lisa Kerr, who is naming all the bands for us, so she'll be even better able to do them in these clips.
You mean Chris is naming all the bands for us? She's just typing them.
Naming all the bands. So we'll have a little look now. This is the first one of 5 clips from Pride of Orange and Blue. So as Roy says, we've got about 45 minutes here of clips still to come, plus the blithering in between. So I'd say you're probably here for about another hour yet. So keep yourself comfy, and we'll finish at the end of 2012. This is 2012. I can't even remember where it is. Where is it? Carrickfergus. It's in Carrickfergus. Oh, actually, Lisa was really good and listed on each clip what bands were all there. So on this first clip, it's led by the Imperial Corps of Drums, followed by Ulster Grenadiers, Rathcoole Protestant Boys, Balnafie Apprentice Boys, Miller Memorial, Ballybean, Hillview, Lord Carson, Ballycraigie, and the Shankle Protestant Boys. And I think the UVF Regimental were the first band to achieve a hat trick 3 times on video. So well done to them. There's no prizes. So keep an eye, some good bands in this clip. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. 2012 in Carrickfergus. I still watch the Shanklin Proddy Boys. They haven't come by me yet. Oh, they must carry on in the next clip. Oh well, we can't stop. I knew I would see myself somewhere on that there because I knew I had the young boy and his two mates up there on that street watching band sticks and everything. 3 band sticks broke, 3 had to be replaced because we were too disappointed. No, that was a nice day actually. I have to say that was a lovely day. We did the castle and all first. Let's see. Oh, one accordion band not playing. Well, we got a wee clip of the Shanklin Proddy Boys, so let's move quickly on to this next clip of them so we can actually hear them playing. So first up in this, Shanklin Proddy Boys. I think we're going to have to shift that, Doll, with a video, because whenever the bands see her, they all stop playing. You get that, but 'cause you'll be standing in one place and like it'll just be where all the tunes are like if you stand too close to the start of a parade, you'll get where all the bands are just finishing their first tune. And it's really, really, really annoying. Some good bands in that clip there.
Just to
White
get
Rock,
me
of
in
course,
camera
Pride of...
in uniform. I've put a picture up.
Oh my goodness, you're actually having to put a picture up to prove. I think you did one parade. That was it. Done and dusted. That's your membership over.
I just never wore that uniform.
Oh yeah. 3 parades we've had on here today, and you weren't in any
like
of
I
them.
said, Valerie, I'm only a youngster, and that's why I wasn't in these older clips. No, these old clips after you'd retired from bands and everything else that these parades still happened. I've yet to parade in Pride of the Main, so just was a lot younger than you are.
Oh dear. Best Book True Blues are in there as well. Pride of the Main leading Bandura, I think it was. No, Pride of the Main led Rishargan. Ballykeel led Bandura. Cormeen were in that set there as well. Penny Arcade a few times in that clip. Yep, absolutely were. Now, we're moving on to the next clip. A lot of good bands in this one as well. Crumlin Young Loyalists, Portadown True Blues, Pride of the Grange Volunteers from Scotland, Ballygowan True Blues, the William Johnson Memorial Accordion, hopefully at least an accordion band playing. Lord Carson were there, but we got them not playing. I think that was a conspiracy, be Lisa. Castle Defenders, Downshire Guiding Star, Edenmore, Newtonard's Melody. Is Castle Defenders still in the go? I don't think so. I haven't heard that name for a while. So a few more good bands in this clip. This is still 2012, Easter Monday in Carrickfergus. Still busy glued to these here. And I even know what the last band is. And I'm still watching it and Roy's going, back, you're back. Only the 2 more clips left. And then that's us done for the day. Believe that will be the guts of 2.5 hours. Parading virtually. But at least we're getting to see bands in some format today. So up next is the next clip from the same day. Let's just take a wee look here at the list, see who all's on this one. So we've got Sons of Ulster and Newtownards, South Belfast Protestant Boys. Cullibaggy Defenders are in this one as well. Sons of Ulster Shankill, Cairn Castle, Drumahegels are in, Pride of Orange and Blue New Buildings, West Belfast Volunteers, and then the last band on this particular clip is Burntollet Sons of Ulster. So once again, I'll keep putting the names up just before they come so you know who you're looking at coming at you. And let's go back to 2012 in Carrickfergus. Kevin was saying there, lots of different bands scoring hat tricks in all different uniforms today. And it just goes to show, A, how often bands are changing the uniforms, because our 3 years there were, go back to the list, they were 2002, 2009, 2012. So you had what, 7 years, and then you had a 3-year gap. So inside 3 years, bands were changing the uniforms. I mean, look at that for expenditure as much as anything else, and all coming back into Northern Ireland. Now, up to our last clip of the day, believe it or not. We've been sitting here doing this for 2.5 hours, which I find hard to believe. In this clip, the final one from Carrickfergus on the day, we have Montober coming up, Sons of Kai, Steeple Defenders, Hillsborough Protestant Boys, Enniskillen Fusiliers, Lisburn Young Defenders, and finishing off Newton Stewart Flute Band. That is going to be all of it from Roy and myself today. And then we'll have our closing tune as always. We will be back on Friday night at 8 p.m. And we have 2 guest pickers this weekend. Now, the 2 on Friday night, I believe it is, let me just make sure that I'm getting this the right way around. On Friday night, Joy Cullen from Kilkeel is doing the picks. So probably don't have to guess too hard who's going to be in those. And then on Saturday night, Denise Gordon is going to do the clips from Coke. She's picking those frantically at the moment. So I'd say that there's a good bet that we're going to have Pride of Ballinran and Kilkeel Silver on Friday night. And I'd reckon the UVF Regimental are a cert for Saturday night. But thanks to both of the ladies for picking our clips. One of the previous weekends, we had 2 gentlemen picking clips. We had Glenn Miller and Chris Fletcher. So this weekend we have 2 ladies picking the clips, and I'm looking forward to it because they both have pretty good taste. Oh dear, says Glenn, Seaside Bands on Friday. I thought you were away for food. For goodness sake, you must have ate quick. So thank you for staying with us. Good numbers earlier on. But I mean, people are trying to at least do something today. So we get that. So, there's still 140 of you there. And we're just delighted to be able to do this for you. So, Joy, avoid Muskehounds. Denise, avoid the Muskehounds. Do not feel pressure to put them in. Okay. Only put them in if you want to include them.
But now they're feeling pressured to miss them out because you're trying to swear
No,
their influence.
You're
I'm trying to swear their influence by avoiding them. You just, you can't pick on the Muskehounds for trying to get their things picked, and you trying to sway people from picking them.
Only include them if you wish to do so. Okay, only if it's your choice. Don't feel pressure. Everybody will get abuse anyway, whether they're in or out. So don't worry about it. We will be back Friday night with Joy's clip, Saturday night with Denise's clip. I've told them both they don't have to come on the show, but I'm hoping at least one of them, if not 2 of them, will maybe come on screen with us. And hopefully, Chuck McClellan, no, the pandemic is not over. These are mostly wines of previous years. Are you playing Muskehounds in the background? That's the way to be. Oh my goodness. Yes, join us on Friday night. Stay safe for the rest of the week. And we will see you on then. And in the meantime, like these guys on the road, hopefully this is the last big day that we have to do this. But keep the flutes on the Myth Boys. Keep the flutes to the Myth Boys. We're coming to the tune. See you all Friday night.
It was when England's glorious sun in 1688 was overcast with treason's cloud and popery stood elate, that up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure James that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their ardent zeal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a feu de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you get charge into your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full there's nothing can surpass. There's naught expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.